Rise and shine, Apocalypse Scouts. This is part 2 on self-defense for the zombie apocalypse. Even if you don't go looking for it, in the zombie apocalypse, trouble might go looking for you. When trouble knocks on your door, are you ready to knock back? Welcome to Zombie Fight Club. This is Zombie Fight Club, and I'm Crazy Conspiracy Dude, your pre-apocalyptic source for post-apocalyptic information, using digital media to prepare for the collapse or ascendance of digital technologies. This is the art of the apocalypse.
With special guest, Crazy Conspiracy Princess. You're listening to Radio Free Apocalypse.
So you've done everything in your power to avoid, de-escalate, and escape, but no dice. You've established your boundaries physically, and you've established your boundaries verbally. Stay back! If those boundaries are not respected, it's time to defend yourself. If you are about to be physically assaulted, remember the lesson of Cobra Kai. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. But remember, the goal of self-defense is not to win a fight. The goal is to create an opportunity to escape or to get help. Striking is a simple concept. Hit the bad thing hard with something hard as you can. But there's a bit more to it than that. In the beginning, forget about weapons. If you can't fight without a weapon, you won't be able to fight with a weapon. And if you think your weapon will do your fighting for you, then the only person your weapon is likely to hurt is you. So think of your body as a Swiss Army knife with dozens of effective self-defense tools. And your voice is one of your most powerful tools, allowing you to establish boundaries both preemptively and at a distance. Hey, what time is it?
Stand back!
Why you gotta be that way? What time is it?
Ah!
And shouting can help you deliver strikes with maximum force while striking fear into the heart of your opponent. At close range, the elbows and knees are very powerful tools. Their proximity to the body center will give you leverage, power, and speed. Your forearms are also very powerful and sturdy. The heel of the palm, knife edge of the hand, and provided you only hit soft targets, even the fingertips can all be devastating. And your feet and footwear are very useful tools. You can kick with the toes of your shoes, or the top or the ball of your foot, or you can stomp or kick with your heel. But unless you have lots of training, punching with the fist is not one of your better options. Without training, you're as likely to break your hand as you are to damage your attacker. And punching a zombie in the face is literally the stupidest idea I can think of. The fist, however, can be used very effectively as a hammer. When striking, keep these 3 rules in mind. Rule 1, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So don't swing your strikes in a big arc, and don't wind up before you strike. Just strike in a straight line from A to B. Rule 2, try not to hit with just your arms or kick with just your legs, but keep your elbows and knees in and strike with the force of your whole body. Rule 3, it is vital that you don't punch to the target, but rather through the target. Aim your strikes at a spot at least a few inches behind the thing you're trying to hit. Which parts of your attacker you should target depends very much on whether they are living or undead. For the living male, obviously, nothing beats a foot or knee to the groin, or to use the technical term, nards. And if your attacker doubles over in pain, follow up with a knee to the face and an elbow to the head or neck. For zombies, attack the brain. This means that any attack which targets the skull, spinal cord, eyes, or blood flow to the brain should be effective against a zombie. That said, a zombie with 2 broken legs still poses much less of a threat. So against both the living and the undead, The heel can be used to stomp the foot or knee, and once on the ground, you can kick the temples or stomp the face, solar plexus, or groin. The base of the skull, just behind the ear, is a very sensitive spot. A hammer fist, knife hand, or forearm to this spot can be highly effective. So can a palm heel strike to the chin, jaw, nose, or temple. Any strike that snaps the head at a sharp angle will cause the brain to impact the skull, resulting in a knockout. A scissor strike with the knife edges of the hand to the carotid arteries will disrupt the blood flow to the brain, also resulting in a knockout. A strong finger jab to the throat or eyes can leave your attacker gasping for air or unable to see. And I hope I don't need to tell you that when your attacker is unconscious or unable to walk, breathe, or see, it's a great time to get away. The best time to strike is when the strike is not expected. Remember how we established physical boundaries with a defensive rather than aggressive posture? The purpose of this is to move your hands into ideal positions for blocking and striking without escalating the conflict or telegraphing your intent. If you have verbally and physically established boundaries and those boundaries are violated or clearly about to be violated, don't wait until it's too late. If your attacker is living, say something.
I don't want any trouble.
And in the split second which follows, when your attacker is formulating a response, strike. And strike. And strike again. And do not stop striking until your attacker has been disabled or until you see an opportunity for escape. Be prepared to strike for 60 seconds without stopping. And practice that way too. And don't hold your breath. Breathe. Breathing. Very important. Mr. Miyagi said that. Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. That's Shakespeare. And once you've had some practice striking with your body, adding a weapon like a tactical flashlight or a frying pan or a rolled up magazine, stab, don't slash, can make you that much more effective. Next time we'll talk about your options if a zombie gets a hold of you and doesn't want to let go. But that's all for today, Apocalypse Scouts. To earn your virtual merit badge for striking first and striking hard, practice striking for 60 seconds without stopping. Start by hitting those like and subscribe buttons, and let's repeat the Apocalypse Scouts oath. Hope for the best, prepare for the apocalypse. Until next time, happy trails. And remember, the first rule of Apocalypse Fight Club is keep talking about Apocalypse Fight Club.